Let's proceed because, yes, you have a question, right? Let us proceed because we are constrained for time 2 hours. We have to get by 12. So be very, very snappy about this. Please, we welcome to this side of the hall all in the faculty of law. Professor Babaji, please come. All heads of government, please. Yes. Once again, good morning, principal officers of the university, alumni, family members, distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. To this first time maiden edition of this award ceremony for our retired academic staff of our alma mater, Faculty of Law, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, ably packaged by the Dean of Law and Practice of 4, headed by Dr. Latifat Bello, Dr. Hannatu Adamu, Dr. Jamila Shuaibu, and Dr. Miriam Abdullahi. Today, friends, we honor the personification of the virtues of integrity. You see in human form dignity, scholarship, honesty and candor, humaneness, hard work, commitment, piety, quest for piety by fallen mortals, humility, and discipline. Now, these are the awardees that we seek to honor today. And these awardees are our mentors. They are the reasons why we are here. We thank God first for the gift of them, and we thank the families for donating them to the Faculty of Law for this course. 12 in this maiden edition can best be described as GOATs. GOATs, greats of all times in their own rights. They were here and left their marks in the sands of time. These 12 taught, they researched law, they propagated law in the most intrusive and impactful ways. They are the reasons why we are here today. They give us legitimacy. So we celebrate them because they help us navigate our ways into the future. There's so much to say about them, but at the appropriate time, their citations will be rendered. We'll go straight to the program of the day because, like I said, we must anchor this in 2 hours, 12 latest. So if you have the program with me, we are at the point of opening prayer. And thereafter, we'll take the national anthem. So I ask the PR department, please get ready with the national anthem. And we'll have our opening prayer now. Thank you. Please, we humbly ask our professors to come to the front. Please, can you come forward? Thank you, Matawale Bapa. Thank you very much. Proceed this John, thank you. My Lord Justice Mamman from the High Court of Senate Investigation will continue to announce them at the public. Thank you very much for the international incident. I will now invite the Dean of Faculty of Law, the visionary, the man who made this possible, young, but well advanced in ideas. Please put your hands together for standing.
The special guest of honor, Vice Chancellor, greatly represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Advancement Research and Innovation, Professor Ahmadu, the Director of the Institute of Administration, Professor Ahmadu, my Lord, Justice Bello, Presiding Judge, Zaria Division, Chairman of the Member Association, Zaria Branch, Heads of Departments, Dean, Faculty of Administration, Deputy Dean, distinguished professors here present, our distinguished and amiable honorees, our students, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Before I commence my welcome address, I would like us all to start in honor of our beloved deceased persons in this faculty, including our alumnus and former Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Ahmadu, PhD, GC. Can we please rise? May their soul have eternal rest. We have gathered this morning for a purpose that goes beyond formality. We are here to recognize service, to honor dedication, and to remember those whose steadfast commitment helped build the faculty of law as we know it today. It is often said that the true measure of an institution is how it remembers those who served it well. This ceremony, the first of its kind in the recent history of this faculty, reflects that belief. Today, we collectively honor colleagues who serve this faculty and the university with professionalism, integrity, and a deep sense of duty. The names of our honorees, as contained in this program, represent mentorship, leadership, and institutional service. Behind each name is a story of sacrifice, and often unseen excellence that helped define this faculty across generations. We also honor with profound respect the memory of colleagues who passed on while still in service. Though their journey was cut short, their contributions endured the standards they set and the lives they shaped. To the families present today, we thank you for the service you made and for allowing us to share in remembering and celebrating their legacy. Those who serve with honor are never truly gone. They live on in the work they leave behind. This ceremony affirms a simple truth. Institutions are built by people and sustained by dedication. It is our hope that today marks the beginning of a lasting tradition of recognizing service and preserving the institutional memory of the Faculty of Law. I wish to especially appreciate the Vice Chancellor, represented by our TDC, and the University Management for their support, our special guests for honoring this occasion, and the organizing committee for their commitment and hard work in making this historic event possible. And above all, I wish to sincerely appreciate members of staff of this great faculty for the continuous support and for making this possible. As we proceed with the presentations, we do so with gratitude, respect, and a renewed commitment to uphold the standards set by those we honor today. Thank you all, and you are most welcome.
It's on.
Thank you very much. Please, can we put our hands together again? We have with us here today the Dean Faculty of Administration, our own brother, Professor M.K. Isa. You're welcome, sir. We also have the head of department of public administration, Professor Lawal Saleh. Thank you, you're welcome. Our very able, friendly, forward-looking, young, dynamic Directorate of Legal Services, Zaria, Professor Bokaisha. Thank you. Yes. You have a place here. Please, can somebody plug in here? He's publicity shy, but thank you. All right. If you have the program, we are moving to the substance of the event, which is citation by the HODs and presentation of awards. But permit me to say that these 12 are in the first phase of this. We're hoping that periodically the faculty will continue on this tradition that has been set today of recognizing those who have made contributions so that will serve as foundation for us going forward. We just have 12 today. And for those who have passed through these stages, just have 12 of them. You recall the Sirki and Polymark Kariso Sufyan Chigo. You recall the effervescent Musa Yakubu Jila. You recall the diplomatic Ibrahim Nayasar. You recall the dexterous Professor Yusuf Aboki. You recall the compassionate Aminu Muhammad Gori. You recall the affectionate Ibrahim Ahmad Ali. We recall the one we call the Duchess, an elegant Jumei Ali Muhammad. You recall the prodigy, the genius, Irokalibi, who is in Henatel. You recall with love, that fondness, the boisterous Nuhu Muhammad Jamal. You recall the courageous and charismatic Yusuf Abad Dankofa. You recall the humane Umar Salih Muhammad. And today, we recall the clairvoyant and fatherly Muhammad Babashani. We have now with us Professor D.M. Tumari, the Deputy Student Affairs in campus. Please first say thank you. You're welcome, sir. Yes. So I quickly invite the heads of department. I'll start first with the head of department of Islamic law, Professor, and give the citation of the honorees from that department. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The chairman of this occasion, my task is simple, just to read the citation of the following, and this is order. First, I will read the citation of Professor Musa Bello, followed by Professor Muhammad Ahmadu, then Professor Ibrahim Sada, and we have Professor Ibrahim Ahmed Akiyu, and then lastly, Dr. Omar Salim. The representative we are going to start with Professor Musa Yakubu. The representative. The representative. Professor Musa Yakubu was born on 20th December 1947 at Movie Town, Adamawa State of Nigeria. Professor Musa Yakubu had his primary education at Michigan, 1953-96, and he went to Teachers College, 1962-1963. He finally got his LLB. He was called to the Nigerian Bar in 1975. He got a master's degree from Ahmadu University, Zaria, 1977, and he successfully completed his PhD from Birmingham University, United Kingdom, in 1980. He became a professor of property law in Ahmadu University, Zaria, in 1988. For his employment and working experience, from our record, Professor Ahmadu worked briefly as a secretary of the Minister of Justice of the Frank Northeastern State from 1975. Of course, he was a primary school teacher, and then later he became a headmaster, sometimes around that time in Adamawa State. He then joined the service of Ahmadu University Zaria as assistant lecturer from the Department of Law in 1975. He was in the Department of Private Law, but after the creation of Islamic law, he became part of Islamic law. Around the same 1975, he became a professor of property law from 1980. He held several posts or positions in Ahmadu University, among which are head of department of Islamic law, 1981 to 1988, Dean of Law, 1982 to 1985, Director of Administration, Ahmadu University, 1987 to 1996. At national level, Professor Ahmadu was one member of the Senate Committee on Finance and Government Board of Institute of Advanced Legal Studies in Australia. He was also a former director of the Central Bank of Nigeria, 1997. He joined the board of Union Bank in 2002 and became chairman of Union Bank of Nigeria in 2008-2012. Also, Professor Ahmadu was the Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in charge of internal affairs between 1998-1999. Being a professional and the recipient of many awards, Professor Ahmadu is a member of the Nigerian Bar Association, and he became the senior advocate of Nigeria in 2008. We are really very proud of that position. Up to date, nobody has broken his record as a senior advocate in Ahmadu University. He is also a member of the Nigerian Association of Law Teachers, NAD, and he held so many awards, including the Law Service Award. Professor Ahmadu has other distinctions. He attended several national and international conferences and has published many articles in reputable journals. He is the author of the Textbook on Property Law for the Nigerian Law. He has supervised several LLM and PhD students in the Faculty of Law and Ahmadu University. Professor Ahmadu retired victoriously from the university after 18 September 2017. He is happily married and grandchildren. He likes reading, traveling, and his hobbies. This is Professor Ahmadu. We are very welcome.
So we invite the Dean and BBC to please make this presentation.
I am presenting this award of appreciation presented to Professor Musa Yakubu Jere, a recognition and appreciation of long, dedicated, and meritorious service, your commitment, integrity, contribution, and contributions have left a lasting mark of generations of students and both of the faculty. Thank you very much.
Next, we are going to call our father and mentor to Zaria Zaria. Before is our teacher, Professor Ibrahim Sada. You were born on 16th February 1954 at Albata, Kano State. As for educational background, Professor Ibrahim Sada attended Local College, Kano, Local College, Kano in 1972. He went to apply biology college in Kano for his A-level in 1974. Thereafter, he proceeded to Ahmadu Bello University Zaria for his LLB in Islamic Law 1978, LLM Islamic Law 1983, CZ Islamic Law 1991. Professor attended the Nigerian Law School, Lagos, BL certificate, and fought in Nigerian Law 1979. In addition, he was at University of California, Santa Barbara, USA, 2002 for Fulbright American Studies Institute Fellowship. Employment. Professor worked as a state council, Minister of Justice, Kano, 1978-98. He then joined the services of Ahmadu University Zaria as a state lecturer in the Department of Islamic Law, 1980, and subsequently rose through the rank to become professor of Islamic Law on 1st October 2008. Further, Professor was a business scholar, University of Beirut, Germany, 2006. He often served as a legal advisor to the President of Zaria, 1998-2000. Our father, Professor, held several posts and positions in Ahmadu University, among which are head of Department of Islamic Law, 1988 to 1997, almost about 10 years. 1992 to 1997, Director, Center for Grand Legal Studies, several times, but 2002 to 2006 to be precise. And he was Deputy Vice Chancellor at the Ahmadu University Zaria. At national level, Professor was Federal Commissioner, National Human Rights Commission, 1996 to 2004. He was Chairman, Local Government Election and Peace Tribunal, Kano State, 1997. He was the Chairman, Board of Governors, Ahmadu, Kano College of Islamic Studies. Professor served as the Chairman, Sharia Penal Court Draft Review Committee, Kano State. As a professional, Professor is a member of the Nigerian Bar Association. He is also a member of the Nigerian Association of Law Teachers. Again, Professor is a member of the Nigerian Association of Islamic Law Teachers. He holds several merit awards, such as Nigerian Association of Law Teachers, Long Service Award, the Nigerian Human Rights Commission's Abuja Award, 2004. One of the distinctions of our father is that he attended several national and international conferences and has published many articles in reputable journals. He has supervised several elements of PhD students, including our Reverend Professor I.A. Ahmadu and Professor Jumari. In the process of the Professor retired in the university after attaining the age of retirement on 16 February 2024. He is happy married with children and grandchildren. He likes reading and traveling as his own. This is from Zaria. Thank you very much.
The DDC and the Dean of Law. I will pray for readiness. I will pass about this. I'm so privileged to be the one presenting this honor to somebody who has not only affected the lives of most of us here, but mine personally. I remember that 1992, when you were the Dean of Law, when I was sent to come and see you, and that is the beginning of the impact you had on my personal life. So I'm very honored. Thank you, Dean, for this opportunity.
Look at sir.
Next is our Professor Ahmadu. Professor Muhammad Amin was born on 15th July 1958 at Green, Adamawa State. Baba Green attended from the Architects College 1970 to 1974. Then he proceeded to Ahmadu University, Zaria for his diploma in Sharia and Civil Law 1978, LLB Islamic Law 1981, LLM 1985, PhD 1992. Baba Green was called to the Nigerian bar in 1982. He started working as a primary teacher and headmaster at Monica Primary School in 1974 to 75. And he served at the Adamawa Judiciary as Upper Area Provincial. However, Professor Green joined the services of Bello University as instructor under the Center for Islamic Legal Studies, 1978. He was transferred to the Department of Islamic Law in 1997 as lecturer 1, and thereafter wrote through the rank and became a professor 1st October 2008. He held several posts and positions in the Bello University area, among which are head Department of Islamic Law, 1998-2000, Dean of Law, 2001-2004, Director, Institute Administration, 2003-2004. Outside the university, Professor Green was once Director of Area Court at Adamawa State in 1991. He was also acting company secretary advisor, Nigerian Universal Bank, 1991-1995. He was also a member of the government Robert Research Institute of Nigeria University. Professor Green is a member of the Nigerian Bar Association. He was also a member of the Nigerian Association of Teachers, a member of the Nigerian Association of Islamic Teachers, and other distinctions of Professor Green include several national and international conferences and has published many articles in the reputable journals. He is the author of 2 popular books in Islamic law and widely read. 1, Introduction to Islamic Law, and 2, Introduction to Islamic Family Law. He has supervised several LLM and PhD students, including our late Honorable CJN, IT Muhammad of the University of Dr. Green has studied university from the service of Honorable University Zaria after the age of retirement on 14th July 2018. He is happily married with children and grandchildren. He likes reading and Bible, including Adhan. Allahu Akbar.
We invite the DBC and D to make sure. I am presenting this to you, sir, for the lifetime of sacrifice and for what your students ever remember about you, the effectiveness of your teaching. So for this enduring legacy you left, the faculty of the university is giving you this as a symbol of honor and for the memory of what you have done at this university. Thank you very much.
Lagi ya. Is
Sheikh Ahmadu Ahmadu was born on 20th March 1951 at Zaria University. He attended School of Higher Islamic Studies, Kano 1974. He then proceeded to Ahmadu University Zaria for his diploma in Hausa Arabic and Islamic Studies. After Bello political in 1978. He obtained his LLB degree from Bello University 1981. He was awarded an 1977 from Ahmadu University Zaria and got his PhD in 1997. Professor Ahmadu started off as a primary school teacher at Zaria Primary School, Samara, Kaduna City. He taught at Women's College, Zaria, 1978. Professor Ahmadu was first employed as graduate assistant in the Center for Islamic Universities, Zaria, on 5th September 1983. He was transferred to the Department of Islamic Law in 1997, and he also ranked to become a professor on 1st October 2008. Professor Ahmadu held several posts and positions in Ahmadu University Zaria, among which are acting head of the Department of Islamic Law 2003, Director Center for Islamic Universities 2011-2015, acting Dean June to August 2016, and Director of Peace Organization in Zaria 2016-2020. After the university, he was one of the members of the Representative Community Council of Ulama from 2000 to 2019. He was also a member of the Sharia Panel Board and Sharia Singapore Drafting Committee. 19 of the President 1999 to 2000. Professional services and honor with the Grand Value was a member of the Nigerian Association of Law Teachers and a member of the Nigerian Association of Law Teachers. All of these things, with the Grand Value, attended several international and national conferences. He has published many articles in newspaper journals. He has also translated many Islamic law books written in Arabic, English, and Hausa. One of his is Sunnah. He has also written 10 books, one of his women and children's rights and Islam. Professor Bello has supplied several elements of his students, including our Professor Worldwide Abadi and Professor Edwin. Professor Bello has retired in the University from the University after attending the age of retirement on 20th March 2021. Professor is happily married with children and grandchildren. He likes reading and dawah. This is Professor Bello for your answer.
Thank you. Now, we are privileged to have his wife because we are Yes, please can you come forward and join the picture, please? The wife is a member of the wife of the honoree. Please come forward and join in this picture session, please. Thank you. Thank you. I see Dr. Lee here representing from the Union. Yes, come here. Thank you. It is a great pleasure and honor that I present this on behalf of the faculty to Professor Ibrahim Ahmad, who I would like you to tell that as one of those who have impacted on the lives of his direct students and continue to impact on the intellectual, personal, and social lives of its indirect students, we remain so very grateful to be one of those who place Ahmadu Bello University on the map. We're very proud of what he's done during his lifetime. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The next honorary, our Dr. Muhammad. Muhammad. Before us is our Dr. Muhammad, who happens to be my name when we joined the university. So I'm now feeling his position as a retired lecturer. Dr. Umar Sali Muhammad was born on 20th January 1956 at Labor, Mangu, Plateau. He attended traditional Islamic Quranic school, 1960-1978. He proceeded to Ahmadu College, Zaria for his diploma in Sharia and Civil Law, 1983-1986. LLB in Islamic Law, 1987-1990. LLM Islamic Law, 1993-1999. PhD Islamic Law, 2000. Dr. Yusuf Muhammad was born to Nigeria in 1993. Dr. Muhammad started work as a primary school teacher at Buma, Panchi, Plateau State, 1976-78. He later taught higher Islamic school, Plateau State, 1993-1994. But he was given the service of Ahmadu Zaria as an assistant lecturer in Islamic law on 21st day of September 1994, the same day that he joined the university. He rose through the rank to the position of senior lecturer on 1st October 2014. Dr. Yusuf Muhammad held several positions in Zaria, diploma coordinator 2005-2006, faculty examination officer 2002, head of department, my department, Islamic 2016-2018. Dr. Yusuf Muhammad is a member of the General Bar Association, NBA, member of the General Association of Law Teachers, and member of the General Association of Islamic Law Teachers. Other diseases include national and international conferences, and has published many regional journals. The career has supervised several LLM and PhD students in the law and Zaria. The previous government has had a tourism for service of not building was Zaria after attending the age of retirement on 29th January 2021. He is happily married with children and grandchildren. He likes reading, jogging, and acting.
Thank you very much. We invite the Director, Institute of Administration, and my Lord, Honorable Justice Kabir Nabo, to make his presentation. Please put your hands together.
It is my honor and a privilege to present this award of appreciation to Dr. Salim Mohammed in recognition and appreciation of long, dedicated, and meritorious service. Your commitment, integrity, and contribution have left a lasting mark on generations of students and the vast at large. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mom. We are very grateful to the faculty of law for honoring members of our faculty sincerely. I most sincerely also acknowledge that by Allah's grace and His mercy, I came to this Ahmadu University Zaria through the instrument of Allah and
Thank you very much. In a very special way, I recognize my brother, Dean of Law, Professor F.A. Kera, Dean Faculty of Law from the State University. You have a place here. Please put your hands together. We also have with us the head of department, local government and development studies, Professor Dahim Mukuma. Please, you have a place here. Bello, please, you have a place here quickly. We have with us here the man who adds value in time we see him, the director of ABU Business School. Please, let's make welcome Professor Ahmadu. Please, you have a place here. Please, you have a place here. HOD Public Administration, you have a place here. You have a place here, please. I invite the head department of commercial law to give a citation to be represented by Ahmadu. We invite the daughter. This is a posthumous award. Dr. Gomez has gone ahead of us. And the daughter is in the faculty of law in Bello.
Use the mic.
I start to present Professor Goldface Joseph Iyalacho and Rukalile was born in 1953. He attended the University of Madras in India and graduated with a first-class degree in economics in 1981. And because in India at that time, you could not read law until you first had the first degree. So he had to go through that and then went back again to study for his LLB at the University of Delhi in India, where he graduated with second-class honor. So while he was in India, that our dean then, Professor Dr. I.A. Aliwa, when he traveled to India, we met him at the University of Delhi and being impressed with the record that Professor Goldface had, convinced him to come back to Nigeria
and recommended him for appointment as a lecturer in the Faculty of Law, and that was how Professor Goldface came back to Nigeria. He attended the Nigerian Law School and was called in the bar in 1986, and thereafter he joined the Faculty of Law as assistant lecturer, and he did his LLM here and his PhD, and he rose to the rank of professor in the year 2004. Professor Ahmadu was 2 times head of the Department of Commercial Law, and at 2 different times acted as HOD of the Department of Financial Law. And he was a consultant to numerous international organizations. He was widely published both in Nigeria and abroad. Graduated several Master of Laws and PhD students in this faculty. A few of the students that he graduated at PhD level include our own MC, Professor Ahmadu, our own Professor Tisijo, our own Professor Olu, and a host of others. Professor Goldface also wrote a book, peer-reviewed book published by North House, Law of Banking in Nigeria, which has become a referred textbook in law of banking. He retired notoriously in the year 2023. Professor Goldface, the following year, 2024, was translated to the great beyond, and he left behind a wife and several children, one of whom is standing before us to receive the award. The only of the children that has chosen to take after him to become a lawyer, she's one of our students in the Faculty of Law. Our other sister is in Canada, and the others are still schooling here in Nigeria. May the soul of Professor Goldface, locally, and other faithfuls departed, by the grace and mercy of God, Almighty God, continue to rest in peace. Amen.
Thank you very much. I like this song. The song is here, or if I can please join in this picture. I invite the director, system administration, and my Lord, Honorable Justice Kabiru Dabo to make this presentation. Please, can you step forward with the. I would advise that please hold this back carefully because I understand. All right, don't be careful with your back. Don't be careful with your back. Thank you.
Why? Okay, man.
It is my honor and privilege to present this award to Professor Iwo Goldface. We pray to Almighty Allah that his grateful soul continue to rest in peace. He was a wonderful teacher. He taught us law of contracts.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. For those who recall school, those days as students, we believe that he had charm, he had Indian charm with him. You recall, he would give citation of cases, still looking at it, and we concluded that he had charm from India and was with it. But now we know better. The product of study and serious work. Please permit me to invite the Department of Public Law to make the next presentation. Here, the Department of Public Law, please step forward and make the next presentation. We have with us here the Deputy Director, University Health Services Kogo Campus, Dr. Yahaya Abdulatif. Please, you have a place here. You have a place here. And we have the Director of Public Affairs, the Directorate, our one woman. Yes. Thank you very much. Yes.
Stand up for the recognition.
Before you, okay, thank you very much for making this possible. I appreciate it. Yes.
Permit me to stand by the existing protocol. Good morning, all. I'm asked to present a brief citation of 3 honorees from the Department of Public Law. We have Ahmadu, then we have Professor Yusuf Ahmadu, and lastly we have Professor Yusuf Ahmadu. Although I'm going to be very brief because citation not only may take us like maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. So maybe the next few minutes I'll be able to read. Starting with Ahmadu Baba Makamashani. As the name implies, he hailed from and was born in Shani, the district of Yu. Oh, sorry. So the two of them are going to stand in for him. They are amazing on the soul. So Ahmadu Baba Makamashani, as the name implies, he hailed from and was born in Shani, the district of Yu, 1931. Had his early education there. His quest for higher education brought him to Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, where he obtained a Bachelor of Law and Masters of Law degrees. He started his teaching career at the faculty and helped in the establishment of the Department of Public Law, where he served as the perennial head of the department from 1976 to 1982. He became the first indigenous dean of law from 1979 to 1982. Ahmadu Baba was later of administration from 1996 to 1998, after which he retired from the service of the university, having attained the mandatory retirement age. Ahmadu taught and mentored hundreds of thousands of students directly through teaching and research. He died on the 28th day of February 2006 at the age of 75 years and left behind 34 children then and many great grandchildren. Despite his death about 20 years ago now, his enduring legacies will not only outlive all of us, but also the generation yet unborn. This is evident in the fact that many professors were and are still very proud to call him a teacher, a mentor, benefactor, and father in the true sense of the words. He was a killer, a shining example, who served the Department of Public Law, Faculty of Law, and Ahmadu Bello University Zaria meritoriously, commendably, and selflessly. May Allah grant him Amen. I present to you his representative for the hour.
I invite the team of law and the DDC to make a presentation. For a reason. For a reason. Friends, this is where this event is modeled. A good number of us will not be here again, except for this man, Ahmadu Baba. And that's why no teacher, what is taught, would be so angry as to throw the baby away with the bathwater. To have error to you must learn to manage them. The matter what is from Baba here. I tell you a very touching story. I was a diploma student, diploma 2. Young man thinking that he was at my feet came into the classroom with their response, what they going to teach me. I came in half faith to lecture. Baba Shah was in the class. He looked at me and said, my son, what is this? I saw a pain in that teacher that day. And that completely changed my life. I never again was to ever you can't find the Lord with people Ahmadu. And may God grant his soul eternal. Thank you very much. Please for the
Okay, I don't know the special reason why, but for me, every student had that someone he runs to when he runs into that tiny little financial trouble. That of mine is Papa Shadi. Was Papa Shadi. Papa Shadi was one of the best friends to my late father, and my father introduced me when he brought me to the school to meet Papa Shadi. So I was very proud and honored that today I am the one the faculty is using to honor, to present this honor to you. Thank you very much. It is so great. Thank you.
The handshake, sir, is representing. Now look here, please. Take it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next honoree from the Department of Public Law is no other person than Professor Yusufa Ahmadu. He is going to be ably represented by his son, I think his first child. Professor Yusufa Ahmadu was born on December 31, in Eka, total district of total local government area in the South State. He held from Onyoma clan of the Kura community of total local government area. He attended primary school from 1957 to 1963 and secondary school from January 1964 to December 1968. Yusuf Ahmadu attended ABU Zaria for his early program. The purpose of law is to 1980. I was deployed to Ogun for NYC in 1981. He joined the university services in September 1982. Professor Ahmadu obtained a Master of Laws degree from ABU Zaria in 1983 and another Master of Law degree from the Harvard University, USA in 1987. Finally, Professor Yusuf Ahmadu got his PhD recognition. He is a renowned lecturer in the field of research and land law in Nigeria. He has written several books and articles in journals on this subject matter, which have both local and international embracement by scholars, judges, researchers, legal practitioners, and judicial officers. Professor Yusuf Ahmadu held several positions, including head of department, public law, and dean of law from 1996 to 2000, and dean of law from 2008 to 2010. Professor Yusuf Ahmadu has supervised many LLM and PhD students. Prominent among his PhD students at the Faculty of Law in Zaria, I learned are Professor M.T. Ladan, our very own MC, Professor Robert Abo, Professor A.A. Afune, Professor Ketan Taladi, Dr. F.A. Kera, and our very own Aliu Abdullah. In fact, Professor Yusuf Ahmadu earned the nickname Oracle of Knowledge. Although he retired in 2021,
a job in Continental Machine. Then Kufa brought me back. My appointment letter application was written by Kufa. My appointment letter is written in Yusuf and Kufa. I got appointment in June 1992, sorry, and I refused to come. He gathered all our friends and neighbors with late Professor Abubakar Momo, the then ASU treasurer, and they all sat me down and said, Kabiru, you are good at teaching. I said, I'm not a teacher. You are good at teaching. I said, I don't want to teach. We, your friends and your brothers, we are who you are when you find you go back to the university. And by the way, Uncle says he wants you to join the university. So you have to, and that's how I became a lecturer. I have traveled 15 countries of the world. I've been to 5 continents of the world without my money, presenting people and representing ABU today. And I'm proud. And because of that, I want to present. I went to bury the son of Engineer Sani Bello, and I went to the grave. 9 days I couldn't identify the grave of Yusuf. Life is nothing. Enjoy it. He said, Kabiru, come to university. Let me be 21st century, quote unquote. Let me be 21st century lecturers. Let's add color. So, Faculty of Law, Ahmadu University, Zaria. Present my brother and friend, Professor Yusuf, who served with dedication. Sacrifice and become a legacy. They will deep with us. I am proud to say I'm one of the cherished Uncle in I respect you, remember. And with this, in the name of Almighty Allah, we recognize our brother, our friend, for this. May Allah bless his soul and bless all the souls of the departed ones who have served
Let me use this opportunity to thank the Dean of Law, Professor Bashir, for this initiative to honor our polyleaders and those who are retired in active service. We at the Department of Public Law sincerely appreciate the initiative. Thank you very much all.
I would like to be the Department of Public Law. Yes. We are happy with us here, the Director of Sales, Dr. Zaria. Thank you very much. Please, you have a place. Quickly. Another thing here, please. Quick. The Department of Public Law. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I also want to join the Dean of Law of India. I want to read a brief citation of the 3 honorees from the Department of Private Law. I start first and foremost with the late Professor Council Superior Chukwu of Blessed Memory. As we are all aware, Professor Council Superior Chukwu. Yes, so extending my happy to have his representation here. Also want to present the family. Professor Council Superior Chukwu has served the Faculty of Law for several years. We came to meet as undergraduate students and later as a colleague in the department. And for and his immediate neighbor in the department. Professor Hans Chukwu was born on 1st January 1945 in very local government, former Angola State, and the present day Adamawa State of Nigeria. He joined the services of Ahmadu Bello University Zaria as an assistant lecturer in the Department of Private Law in 1974. He obtained his Bachelor of Laws LLB degree in 1971 and Master of
He also held the National Board of UEFA. Yes. And I recall an incident that happened with me and him. As a young scholar, my father came here looking for me something. And he was in the country of the school for 3 hours. Eventually, I was shocked. And we were discussing happily as well as and the question he was asking my father is, have you brought Adam's wife? Please, you can't tell me enough. He has a wife also for round #1 in Nigeria. And of course, God, because persons like this stay the price for us.
And the next among the honorees is Professor Mohammed Jamu. Who was really and his nickname, which I come to find, his nickname when I joined the department, I realized from Zaria Ahmadu used to call him human rights. Because I think of his passion for human rights. Professor Mohammed Jamu was born on 12 September 1954. He had his education in Zaria and Katsina and later in Zaria. He has acquired NCD in 1980, LLB in 1985 from Ahmadu Bello University. He acquired his NCD at Federal University of Education Zaria. He has acquired LLB from ABU in 1985, LLM in 2001, and PhD in 2007. Coincidentally, Professor Muhammad Jamu was among the few that got admitted through the NCD program to Faculty of Law to read Bachelor of Laws. And I think the only second, the first yes. He has attended Professor Jamu has taught at both diploma, undergraduate, and postgraduate levels, and is also supervised several PG students. He has also attended some courses, both international and national conferences. He was at University of Geneva, Switzerland. He was also at Washington College of Law for several courses. His appointments include, he was at some point a primary school teacher and later headmaster, and then from 1974 to 1977. He was also head in private law and 2007, 2011. He was Dean of Law 2010 to 2012. He was also assistant dean undergraduate. He was also at some point between 1992 to 1993 member and deputy chairman the Reformed Social Democratic Party Caretaker Committee. He was also the special advisor to the then former state president Dr. Abubakar Bukola Saraki. And then from 2000 and I can't remember that. But the most important thing is that he was there, he's married, happily married with children and grandchildren. Yes, he was at some point member of the State Independent Electoral Commission from 2000 to 2000.
For this colossus, this man who has the ability of a legal acrobat. I mean, you can't talk constitutional law in Nigeria without reference to this man. Please, I will invite the DDC, the Dean of Law, my Lord Dabo, And at times, there are people who work the system for us. I'll invite Mrs. Lam, Mrs. Kofi.
Professor Jamo, for some of us, the pleasure is that we are the one presenting to you this token of honor because you've been the man whose CV they cannot read. So one thing I have not done. He was one of the most impactful and consequential member of Ahmadu Bello University Government Council. And with so many committees that he chaired and participated in, is your analytical rigor. And that the position is the one you initiated. We feel so happy in the end. So we thank you very much for what you've done for this university and what you are continuing to do for what you left behind in writing to the generation of legal students that will come in the future. Thank you very much, sir.
Look here.
Look up.
Look up.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please be careful with your award bag. I will advise you to hold your award bag, please. Be careful with your award bag so that we don't get.
Well, one thing I want to say about the example is that I came to this university through the instrument of Professor Ahmadu. Through his teaching, one of my graduates, I developed that interest in teaching because of the way he used to teach. He also gave me the encouragement. And he asked me to go forward, which I did, and constantly there. Raising the ladder and hopefully going to where they are, or where they have left. Thank you, sir. And last but not the least is Professor J.M. Joy Adam Muhammad Ali, who is being represented here by her son, a soon to be a Professor Musa. So following the footsteps of his father. Yes. I'm so sorry if I'm giving people with all the citations. You know, they have served several capacity both in the University of Nigeria. So it will be the time will not be enough for us to report citations to say everything about it. And that's why I think Professor Jubair Adam Muhammad Abdi was born on 26 February 1955. She was at various points a diploma student in Zaria in 1976, which she graduated in 1976. She applied Bachelor of Laws degree from the same degree in 1980. Master of Laws degree in 1985 and PhD the same degree in 2003. She served as head of department of private law and also she was also the editor-in-chief of the AP Journal. She also at certain point the gender policy unit of the university, and also she served. Her last assignment was the national assistant at the Nigerian Law Commission, where she served first as a commissioner, then as acting chairman, and later as chairman of the National Law Commission, and she retired for active service in the year 2025. That is February this year. So I present to you Professor J. Ahmadu, who is being presented by
Thank you very much. I then invite the DVC, the Dean, and my Lord Honorable Justice, to make this presentation.
I invite also Bambale to join this presentation. Now, this is the one we call the Duchess. She carries herself elegantly. She has great brain and mouth. I mean, you give it to her. And wherever she goes, you will see the results. You can't ask her enough to imagine she's left there. So, carry with you. Thank you very much. It is a great honor that I'm presenting on behalf of the faculty this award to honor Professor Juma for what she has done for the university and for the students. And we pray that we continue to benefit from what has left behind the writing, and congratulations. Thank you very much.
Wait. Look here. Please, hold it. Thank you.
We are a grateful people. We are a grateful people, and we can't thank the man who has made this possible, our very visionary Vice Chancellor. Nobody has a presentation to make to him, and the Dean of Law will give this presentation to the Vice Chancellor. The DGC will receive this award. So, can we have the award for the Vice Chancellor? I will ask that the following persons be prepared to give their tribute. Professor Babade, Professor M.B. Othman, Professor Madaki, and the one we call the ceremony. Tributes for just 30 seconds only. So quickly, if you not only
Vice Chancellor, young participants lead this presentation as a mark of gratitude for your gracious presence at the award ceremony honoring the service and legacy of former staff and family. Thank you so much.
The microphone. Yeah, be careful. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I invite the acknowledgement to be quickly, just 1 minute. Professor Bambale, Professor M.D. Othman, Professor Madaki, and Professor Akine. You will give tributes.
In the name of Allah, the beneficent and merciful, just like what the MC has been saying, this is the first of its kind. And at this moment, now the tribute we want to make to these people who are celebrated is a mixed one, it's a mixed reaction. In the sense that the left and a big vacuum has been created to the extent that it has been very burdening for us to carry. But one thing that is certain is that they were able to mentor us very well, they were able to supervise us very well, they were able to teach us very well, and like they were saying, all of us have impacted in our lives in one way or the other. All of them, if we are to be given the opportunity, we will say a lot on all of them. But for me, simply because I've served as the assistant dean to him, I want to say one standing quality about him, that is Professor Sada. Big heart, To the extent even when his subordinate has committed an infraction or anything, he is ready to carry it. So that he will assume that he is the one. Because up till now, I still remember one vivid example. He was not the one that committed that crime, but till today, only very few of us who are with him will appreciate that he was not the one. But in the head, he took the thing as if it is his own. So we invite that committee that as a leader, if a subordinate has committed an offense, you don't need to throw him out. You have to carry the body. Thank you, sir. And then for your information, I was employed also in the department in 1988 through Professor Sada. He was one that brought me to the department. Thank you very much.
Professor M. Youngman.
Great Kaduba.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا my teachers, distinguished professors, the representative of Vice Chancellor, and other highly respected members of the academy, and dear students, I've been requested to speak about the good qualities of these great men, and of course, our mother, Mori, Professor Jume. I'd like to start by saying, probably, I would be nowhere without some of these gentlemen. I remember when I was in my 200 level, we had a discussion with Professor Nadia Sada, and he said, you are the type of people that should come here and take over from us. And I was shocked, and I went home feeling, how on earth can I be expected to stand before people and teach you? It's impossible. I probably hadn't made that suggestion to me. I wouldn't have ever thought about teaching. Professor Bongali said something about it. He said he had this big heart of coming up or taking responsibility on his shoulders. This is true. When I was officer in the 90s, we suffered a catastrophe. We were struggling to meet up. It was during the time of the administrators, and we were trying to beat the deadline. And a day before our submission, our computer crashed. And you can imagine in those days when you had this big sitting computer, which was so heavy, and nobody could do anything. So we started afresh. And I remember when we finished our Senate submission, and Professor Sada rushed to Samaru, Senate had just risen. And because of that, he suffered in prayer. But my name was never mentioned. I never forget things like that. And there's so many other things. I can also recall the late Babu Shani. That was another great man. And he actually virtually compelled me to come here for diploma studies. He said, "No, you should come here and study and do your diploma." And he's also the one who employed me. He's the one who told me to apply for a contract, and I did so. And also, but later on, I was to be transferred to the Islamic law department. And how did that happen? One of us wanted to, from Islamic law, was more interested in writing in the area of public law. And Professor Sada said no. If you're Islamic law, you should develop Islamic law. And I said, he said, well, if you have to go to the public law department, then I get a replacement from the department. So give me entry ladder or MD Usman. And I ended up accepting, and so we exchanged. He went to public law, and I went from public law to Islamic law. I know the MC is on my radio on my head, but please allow me to say that what we call these great men is that they taught us in a dedicated manner. Honestly, I can remember Professor Guri, after teaching me Islamic family law, at that time, just as a youngster, I would remember every principle that he taught me. Every principle. We can't forget people like this, like Ibrahim Ahmad, Professor, the others, Professor Goldface, Professor Abuki, Professor Limujam, all the contributions to the faculty. I look at it today as Professor Bokale said, we have a vacuum. It's not a vacuum, it's a simple. It's a simple. And honestly, something has to be done about it. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. The director of Institute of Administration, Professor Madaki, please step forward. You know the good thing about this person going to give this? We've all been saying our teachers, now for once, somebody that we taught. Somebody that we taught. This is why this event is important. You can see a bridge. You know, a bridge, a foundation that we have there. We have tried to run the plan, and we're turning it over to, administrators like this, young ones, Professor Madaki, my students, please.
Thank you very much, Professor Ahmadu. Please, I'll take 2 minutes. Thank you.
Director.
The Vice Chancellor, represented by DBC, Advanced Research and Innovation, Professor Ahmadu, Dean of Law. My distinguished lecturers, grandparents, parents, other eminent personalities on the high table. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been given a very, very lofty task because I'm required to celebrate the homage to these distinguished individuals that have shaped us and has placed us in this enviable position in the country. You will all agree with me that it's not going to be an easy task. But I must acknowledge the fact that this event is indeed very, very memorable. Because it aligns with what Marcus Garvey said a long time ago, that we should begin to canalize our own sense. And this is exactly what we are doing. It may not be very, very big or grandiose, but you can see the personality, the individuals that are gathered here today to celebrate these great individuals. And we do appreciate what they have done in our lives. I'm going to talk about how I came to know these people, how they have impacted on me, and the reasons for that. But I think, as you always say, in law of God, let's keep some repeating. The fact speaks for itself. Have they impacted on us? I think it's for you to judge. Are we proud of them? It is for you to judge. But for me, as an individual, we will remain eternally grateful to these great men. I may be very personal when it comes to like the legendary Professor Chico, because he was the dean, he was the head of the department. When I joined the faculty as a staff, he immediately assigned me to examination office as the assistant exam officer to one of the celebrants, Dr. Umar Salim. That was my first assignment in this faculty. I was a very young person, I was not really married, but he assigned me, in fact, he pushed me. Yes. And since then, he used to say, well, Madaki, you have paid your dues. Because once you stay in the exam office in the faculty, he will ask you, have you got demo? Let's elaborate. I said, see what is demo? So I say exam office. It's an embodiment of academic excellence. Exemplary leader. And there's one unique thing about that great man. He has a unique sense of humor. He will not know all this. May his gentle soul rest in peace. He told me something when he was the director. He said, man, if you want to be the administrator, I don't want to say yes or no. I said, property. He said he was not to draw a line. Because I went, because of our proximity, I wanted to push him to extend the admission deadline. And he said no. And he now asked me, that way you want to be a good administrator. I didn't want to respond because I know he has already done this for me. So I said, quiet. So he said he was allowed to draw a line. And that has guided us deeply because it was a deep message. Professor Luwameja, I have to say this about you because of what this great man has done in my life and the life of so many other persons that are present. He's a man of great academic sagacity. Bold, courageous, confident. In fact, you cannot put him in a bottle. These are some of the things he taught us. And when he was the head of the department, he was interacting with some of us as his peers. When we were running away, because we know our place, but he was driving us as peers. And I can say today that he single-handedly recommended so many people in the faculty today to be members of this faculty. Have people like Dr. David President Chodi. We have people like Dr. Hassan Bala. We have the legacy of Abdul Mohammed Rafidali. We have Ahmadu. We have not so many others. To Professor Jume Mohamed, very hardworking, a driven individual, not afraid to take challenges. She can get the work done. She recommended my employment into the services of our Bello University. In fact, she kept sending messages to me when I was in law school that I should not go anywhere. Because at that time, the Department of Public Law were interested in me greatly. So she kept sending Dr. Sally Cannon, that my appointment letter was ready. So in fact, they sent a copy of the appointment letter to me when I was serving. In fact, I was 3 months before I finished my service. I was already employed. I came together with my Lord, who shares the office, and Dr. Fu Francis Joe, who in Austria. She employed the 3 of us at the same time. But I can remember, I did not write this. I want to be peace. So this great way, we can only continue to pray that may Almighty Allah continue to bless their life with good health, those that are still alive, and continue to bless them bountifully for all what they have done to this great faculty and to this great university. Professor Paul and Professor Jamu cannot stand where there is any injustice. And I cannot understand why Professor Jamu was referred to as human rights. Well, the problem in this faculty, some time ago, when we were dean, I remember my teacher was a deputy dean. And I'm sure you can begin to understand the impact of that. And some people felt that we were supposed to be in that position. And they went and convinced the Vice Chancellor that we should be removed after 6 years. Professor Chukwu, Professor Jemo, and Professor M.T. Ladan, when we wrote our letter to the Vice Chancellor, they said, no, we should not publish that letter. They begged us that they are going to see the Vice Chancellor on this issue. And in fact, they did. And immediately after the interaction, the Vice Chancellor had to reverse his position. Professor Jamo, Professor Chukwu, Professor Ladan, we are very grateful for all the things you have done for us. You have taught us courage, you have taught us scholarship, and so many other things. To other distinguished honorees, like Ahmadu Shani, is up teaching in our class. We were the last set to taught procedures. For 20 years, we were the last set to taught at LLM level, property law. Baba Guni, Malam Eyesada, these are great scholars that have transformed our lives. Professor Zaria will have forgotten. But I still recall because I had the privilege of getting the information later that when some people went to meet you as the DVC, they went to Kumo, that we are doing things here, we are doing other things. He said, no, we are lawyers. They should go and bring evidence. Until today, they will not be anything. Thank you very much for all these things you have done. And I'm sure we have not disappointed you, but we'll continue to carry on. We'll do our best. In fact, when we came here, I was told that Madaki is like you will not stay there, you want to run away. That was what those people told me. And I just laughed because that was my innermost intention. Then she went and he talked with Professor Yusuf Ahmadu, who supervised my LLM dissertation. And that was how I specialized in property law. So I'm extremely grateful to Professor Yusuf Ahmadu for the report that he has taught us and the scholarship that we have when we are able to acquire under their tutelage. For others that I don't mention them personally, please come and permit me. But honestly, this is just the beginning. We will spare us good help so that we continue to show appreciation. Some time ago, they were looking for an expert on to draft, to participate in draft of national policy on education in Nigeria. Professor Njabo identified. He said, "No, go and try and do it." And we went to Abuja and to God be the glory. We did not disappoint. That was why I met Professor Sadiq Red, the first advisor of Africa, and other scholars, M. Otman, now the VC of Tusselman. We drafted that policy. It was he was one that encouraged me to be active in ASU, Professor Njamo and Dr. Jikana. And I recall that in one occasion, he said that there is a congregation election, and they asked them to produce a lawyer that will serve in the disciplinary committee. So there's a form we want to keep. I said, contest the whole investor. I say yes. Contest. And to God be the glory, sir. I served that committee 4 years. Thereafter, I also served on the honorary committee. I was on the search team, the vice chancellor, and much later, I was on the council of Ahmadu Bello University for 4 years. Thank you for the exposure that you have given us. For the departed, may God continue to forgive them and reward them with a general fidelity. Thank you very much. Full of love for giving us this platform. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll be rounding up now. We will invite the representative that will be of Nigeria. But before then, secretary, please 30 seconds. Less than 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I think I will take less than 30 seconds. Thank you for the privilege. I wish to say that much has actually been said about all this already, and needless to a pinch or those things. Of course, I have personal experiences, positive ones, with all the honorees, but I will not go to that. What I will say in summary is that these people have, and some of them that are alive, those that are alive, they are actually distinguished scholars. They are actually mentors and beacon of wisdom. They have actually wrote their names in history. That means that even we human beings will forget them, history will not forget them. And I pray that God will continue to help us to learn from them. Thank you very much.
Thank you. 30 seconds. But you see, the gentleman I just spoke is a very good age in Sambisa Forest. And you see, I speak. This event is a great one, and it's going to work. 30 seconds.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I initially hesitated with the economy to come and speak. Respect to the OTC. Why? Because most of them are very close to me. Some are like my biological parents, some are others. So morally I felt it won't be right for me to come and speak in respect of your father. It should have been the other way around. But having said that, all the awardees I've had personal contact with them, exception of their devotion is like a biological father to me. And I must say that I had a lot of what you call it, wonderful experience with most of them. Now, beginning with my teacher, Professor Zaria, he taught me since I was an undergraduate, in the diploma level. My humble self, Professor Bello, Professor Zaria, were all diplomas with Professor Brian Shield. Now, subsequently, when I joined the services of development in 1994, Professor Zaria was the key. And like Professor Johnson said, when he was the exam officer, I was still the examination officer. I assisted him. And after he exited, and Professor Chikon became dean, I also became the substantive examination officer. For Professor Guri, he also taught me in diploma. Even though Professor Guri was not very good taught me, but he's still my teacher, and I consider him as one. And one of the ones that, like Professor Juma Audi, I also have the privilege of being in our class, so on and so forth. So, what I want to say is that we had a lot of what we call it mentorship and guidance from these eminent scholars. We thank you very much, and I want to also say that even though you are retired, we'll still be coming to consult you on one issue or the other which we think that would benefit us and the system. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I invite Professor Naya Sada to give the appreciation speech for their awardees. Today is Friday. Yes, let's just have that, and then if you feel you have more time.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. I am deeply humbled and sincerely grateful to be chosen to respond and offer this vote of thanks for all other colleagues, some of whom are also parents to me, like Babashani. When I came in here for LLB, he was already here. I came in 74. That's 50 years ago. And when I came in for my NYSC in 1979, after my call to the bar, he was the dean of law who accommodated me and who actually insisted after the service that I should come back, even though I had my job with Minister of Justice Kano. So after the service, I went briefly back to Kano, and then later on, after a few months, maybe with some queries also there, as Bello said. I remember I couldn't survive in the Ministry of Justice. Once you are insisting on doing the right thing, they will say you are becoming really insubordinate to your superior. So I was worried. I realized I cannot survive, so I rushed back to the academics. And alhamdulillah, that's why I have remained up to the retirement age. Other colleagues, Aminu Gurim, when I came in 74, he was already here before me. Earlier, but doing a different program, a diploma, and then I was doing the LLB. But we virtually grew up together around the same time.
There was a lot of ups and downs. That is true. For all of us. Some nice to remember, and some are a little ugly. We had our fights. We had our beautiful days. But the beautiful thing about it is that because our objective was academics then, really, so we were able to forgive each other and continue. And some of us came together. Jumma Audi, the Duchess, you call her, we were together in ABC, ABU, Abdullah Bara College, Ahmadu Bello University, and then we came up together here. We have a very beautiful name for her, but I will not. Yeah, since we have given her the Duchess, we'll call her the Duchess. And she was my deputy dean when I was dean of law. We had a nice time. That was definitely a beautiful relationship, no doubt about it. As I said, Baba Shani was in the faculty as dean when I was employed in 1980. Musa Yakubu was my head of department, and he was one of my supervisors during my PhD. So these are people that one would never definitely forget. Professor Nubujamo, who used to call me Gama Tamada. I think he does it, I don't know whether it's mockingly or it's correctly, but I'm sure he meant it in reality. At that time, I didn't realize he was my senior in age. Only it was after my retirement, then I realized that our colleagues were together at the same level. Because he surprised me when I visited him. I have retired. He said, I have retired too. I said, I thought you were younger. Then I realized we were together at the same age. Only then I had the privilege of maybe graduating earlier than him, and so on. For all other colleagues, as I said, we had our tough time, but it was a beautiful family. Faculty of Law was a family. We grew up together, no doubt about it. Especially this team you mentioned. Our lives have been interwoven. We came up together all through. So it's a special moment for all of us, and we really appreciate the Faculty of Law for recognizing these our services and inviting us really to witness this particular occasion. We are very grateful. Thank you very much. And first and foremost, I would like to thank the university administration, Ahmadu Bello University, for giving us the opportunity to really maybe appreciate or to give it by giving us this opportunity to meet our ambition of becoming scholars. Because without that, we couldn't have been where we are actually together. It has been tough, as I said, but it's okay. We don't have to mention so many other things. But the journey could not have been possible without the support of our family, our families. Okay. All of us, that particular generation, we had a very tough time. Some of us had kabu mini, but we still managed to survive. At the time when we joined the faculty, the vogue was to join the bank. And there are so many jobs all over. But we decided to leave those jobs and come to. I used to have a friend who normally visits me when he is passing Kaduna, a businessman from Kaduna. Whenever he comes, he will joke with my family. I said, look at him. You see? Gashina said, oh yes, they are teacher. So So that's how it was at that particular time. But somehow we managed to survive. First, as I said, we have to thank our families for the support and the endurance and the ability to resist the temptation to really go out to get money. Because that was the vogue at that material time, really. And the chances were there, all over, really. But at the same time, we managed to remain behind. While some of our colleagues were seeing us as being stupid, as fools, for remaining where we are. Definitely. That was the reality at that material time. So we extend our, also as I said, our thanks and gratitude to our colleagues who have supported us to be where we are today. Without their support, we wouldn't have been actually where we are. Our friends and families for their unwavering support and encouragement. Certainly our families, I have come with 2 of them. I have so many. And like many of you, we have only one. Maybe 2 or 3 children. But mine is a full house. The 2, the eldest among them, those who have suffered with me. Really. Not that I don't recognize the others who came at a later stage, but simply because they aren't here. If they were here, they have gone somewhere other. I would have come with them. 2 of them that have come to witness this occasion are here. They are just sitting right behind. I think the master of ceremony is asking you to rise up. Not that you can use it. Another colleague here was asking me, in front here, so that they will receive the award with me. I said, I'm not as young as John. I am from the old generation. So I will do it. So thank you all for being here today and for making this occasion so memorable. We'll remember it. And we have so many things to say. Only that some really are not worth saying here. But I can assure you, faculty of law is part of our lives. It has made me what I am today. I'm so proud of it, and so all of us that are in these duties. We will never forget faculty of law, and I assure you, we are determined and ready to do whatever we can in our power to make sure this faculty remain great and remain successful for the rest of our life. The last person who spoke was Nagindo. He has a title in TV, isn't it? Because he has given me a wife. One of my wife has some TV element. But she's not here. The other, those that are here have no TV blood. So thank you very much. And as I said, on behalf of all of us, those that are here, today, myself, and the rest that are not around, those that are deceased, may Allah have mercy on all of them. On behalf of all of us, we are very grateful to the Faculty of Law, first and foremost, and then to the university in general for this particular occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I know we really want to hear all of them speak. But we are really happy. So I will invite the Vice Chancellor, very represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Advanced Research and Innovation. Okay. All right, please let's get hands together for the plan.
You know, MC, sorry for bothering you, but I thought in an important meeting like this, somebody could just say a word. And of course, forums, no, there's nobody that's talking here. But at least there was one person who conducted the tutorial course who were in part two. However, let me talk about just three things. One, we are grateful to Almighty God and to the Faculty of Law for giving us all the opportunities that we have in life. It made us and projected us. And in that perspective, you know, we were in our little way also projected. Faculty of Law and Ahmadu University at different forums, both national and probably international in some cases. Let me begin by, you know, my mentor in the is what let me have work and the key. Everything because I was a great teacher, I became a headmaster. And then went to study LC, and then went and did NYS, then come back. I was a secondary school teacher. It was as a secondary school teacher that I applied to come here. And you have to stay for. You know, so when I came here, I want to share the interesting story of how I got admitted here. Because I remember when the citation was being read, somebody said, probably the last batch. In fact, it was just an expression. Because at the LC level, I read English history. And the idea, I discussed with my father, I said, I don't want this teaching. Me, I want something that can take me out of this teaching business. I mean, by that time, I've had it for so many years. So I said, okay, what do you think you can do so that you leave teaching? I said, law. I think I can read law because my combination was English and history at LC. So I said, okay, let's apply. And when we applied, I was not admitted. And Alan Robishan was then the dean of Bello. So my father asked him and said, is there nobody in this university that can do anything? He said, no, only Professor Ahmadu. He said, can Ahmadu do it? He said, yes. We left. We went out, met Professor Ahmadu at the Vice Chancellor's office, sitting on the studio chair, you know, the hand with Agbada and his staff. So he said, my father said, what brought you here? He said, no, this says he wants admission. Okay. Where is the papers? And I was carrying the envelope. So I gave him. So when he looked at it, he said, but this is a very good result. What did he want to read? He said, no. I said, okay, why was he not admitted? He said, I don't know. They said, all right, just leave the papers with me. Don't come back here. He pointed at me and said, come back in a week's time. I said, yes, sir. So I left. So after I left, you know, at that time, there was this Vice Chancellor's discretion list that comes at the last list of admission. You know, so I didn't come. I went to the secondary school I was teaching, which was in Katana. You know, I was waiting for the salary of that month. And I didn't have the one, so I just over the counter. Yeah. So then my younger brother just came one day and said, you are asked to come back because admission has come out and then you are able to. So I said, I will not come out until I collected this. So when I came, the day I came and met the dean secretary and he told me, we thought you are not going to take the admission. He said, no, I'm here. He said, today
It's the last day of registration. Hey, if you can run between here and Ahmadu, then that is all right. Okay, I will do that. So when he showed me the list, and my name was the last one, and it was written in Bible. So you can see how faith was designed. It's not somebody's, work and whatever, and that is why I was admitted. In our class, there are only two of us. There was one girl from Bello State, Esther, and myself. We are only people that have the seat. So of course, the rest becomes history. After graduation and everything, I came. I still ended up in that position that I wanted to run away from. There is this interesting story in my being at the council. This very new course and the lecture theatre, I was primarily for having it prosper. And the story of that, we got a grant from TED Fund for 5.5 billion. And then, sir, with all due respect, people in someone think we are killing, and they call us Ongoro. So when they proposed the project to be constructed in the university, there was no single project cited in the law. 5.5 billion. And so we went to the TED Fund behind back and said, look, Congo are not involved in the formulation of this project. So when someone submitted the project there, they returned it. They say, no, we are informed that all stakeholders in the list were not involved in how these projects were approved. So, at the council, said, okay, how can you have this money spent and then we, as part of the university, do not feel the presence of that fund? Yes. Say, okay, what do you want? Our faculty is the only faculty. Our building was the 90s of the 80s, and not a single person was added in our faculty. But with due respect, sir, I said, even Department of Local Government that was created is a hard lecture theatre. Yeah. So he said, okay, put lecture theatre in the new proposal for the faculty. And when he finished, he said, are you satisfied? I said, no, sir. He said, okay, what else? I said, we want our lecture theatre to be fully air conditioned. And everybody busts out like this. Say, he wants to enjoy. I said, no. Because of the land condition at certain point of the year, it's not a lecture. It's just to create conducive atmosphere and environment, for learning. And they put air conditioning. They say, okay, I said, I said, no, sir. What else do you need? I said, we need a roof port. He said, this year is endless. I said, well, you see the problem. If you talk about science and you talk about laboratory, yes. Okay, that is our laboratory. If you can help. And then okay. So I'm glad, at least in one small way, I did something that will be an enduring legacy, to this faculty. Of course, the office block, which I asked, not for us, Mr. Vice Chancellor, the Dean is aware that we are currently making a move to have a center for human rights and international humanitarian studies for somebody to be constructed for the faculty. So we are grateful, and we're doing everything we can in our own small way to pay back. And of course, this occasion is very emotional. It means for everything that you are doing, you thought people are not watching. But this is a testimony that people are watching and they are appreciating. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We will continue this conversation from the Thank you. I invite the Vice Chancellor, ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Advancement Research and Innovation, very Professor Aliu Akindadi Solusi, for sitting in from the beginning of this program. We can't thank you enough. And you are part of this family, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I know for one time, there is no time for such long speech, and part of what the Vice Chancellor would have said, I have said about the retirees that are honored today, one was presented. Suffice it to say that these league of great men and women are being honored today, not to celebrate them, but to show an institutional appreciation. So individually, I know we continue to relate with them. The director has told us how they continue to relate with some of them. It is true for all of them. However, as an institution, the faculty, headed by the dean, has done so much service to the university for bringing this institutional act of appreciation to these our forebears who have made us, who have located Ahmadu Bello University on the map. What you have done for the university, let me state that, at the level of management and at the level of governance, has earned this faculty a permanent place because of the way you conducted yourself with integrity and competence. So much that now we can't imagine a committee without a representative from law. We can't imagine a council representation without a representative from law. Not because law is required, no, we have legal counsel, because those before you who have been on the council have demonstrated competence and relevance such that the entire university see law as an inevitable representation on council. There's no time to mention specific examples, but I can't remember a single assignment that a representative from this law was given that was not delivered. Delivered in a massive, competent way, and I'm honored to be part of some of the committees headed by some people that I can see from this faculty that were given responsibilities and they delivered, and up to now we continue to thank them for doing that. So we thank you, honorees, for what you have done to the university, and pray that God continue to grant you good health, long life, and comfort. And those who have left us, may Allah have mercy on them. Thank you very much. Thank you, BBC. We appreciate you. I invite the chairperson of the organizing committee and other of my students. Because they mentored us, we are also passing on the baton. One of the hot Dr. Ahmadu, and when you have our corporate law, say
the Vice Chancellor will be represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Research and Innovation, the Dean Faculty of distinguished guests, permission to stand on the existing protocol due to time constraints. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ahmadu Adamu, member organizing committee representing the chairperson, Dr. Latifa Bello, who is unavoidably absent. On behalf of the committee, as this event comes to an end, I wish to extend our deepest gratitude to the Vice Chancellor represented by his deputy for gracing this occasion, no doubt as a mark of respect for the honorees that we have today. I also thank my dean, Professor S.B. Balaji, for the decision to host this event and the decisive action that he took thereafter for his excellent leadership in our faculty. I thank the awardees also for showing up, because if you didn't show up, this would have been an unsuccessful event. So your showing up is the single most important aspect of this. Thank you, our teachers and mentors. And it is an honor for us to have been part of the organizers of this event. And still, I dare say that we still have not paid our dues. I recognize the presence of the Director Institute of me, my Lord and teacher, Justice Kabir Dabo of the High Court of Zaria, the NDA Chairman Zaria, the other deputy directors, deans, and their deputies and heads of units here present, and our special invited guests. We thank you all for honoring our invitation. Also, members of my faculty of law, thank you very much for the contributions you have made, both academic and academic staff, including our casual staff, towards seeing this event to success. And lastly, but not least, thank you to my sisters, fellow members of the organizing committee, for the tireless effort and sacrifices towards seeing this event to success. Thank you very much, everyone. Our other guests, staff, students of the universities, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for attending this event. We wish you safe journeys back to your destination. Long live faculty of law, long live the University of Zaria, long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Closing prayers, individually. 30 seconds. Amen. Our apology, we took 30 minutes extra going to the back of Saturday. So we'll take the pictures outside. Thank you very much for coming. And looking forward to the next edition of this award. Thank you, thank you, organizing committee. Thank
Congratulations, my husband.